Hey,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 6.
welcome back, everyone.
This is episode 6, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this week's episode is episode 6. Oh my God, time flies.
We already established that I am bad at keeping count.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bad too. But anyways, guys, this is episode 6, relationship talk. We really have no itinerary set up today, so we're just gonna forgive us if we're just rambling. And we're just gonna be speaking about I guess the two different branches of dating in a completely non-sided environment versus dating, and I guess, am I considered half and half?
Yeah.
I'm in the half and half, half and half lemonade, half and half iced tea. That I'm on that branch. And yeah, I guess let's just talk. Let's see where that brings us.
So, the reason why we wanted to have this conversation is because, especially families, primarily families, but most of the public always have this misconception that a blind person should be with a sighted person, so the sighted person can take care of you and do things for you and blah blah blah. And we're here to just kind of debunk that. So I believe, Wiley can talk on her experience, her partner and his vision and what it used to be and what it is now. So she has some experience in both. But yeah, for me, Eric and I are both totally blind, and we've been together for about
a long time.
Right? I always gotta count. It's gotten to the point where I gotta count now.
Is it still one hand count, or is two
no,
hands now?
No, it's two. Honey.
Okay.
It's two.
We're on a 2-hand count.
7.5 years.
Aww.
Yeah, 7.5 years.
7.5
Sometimes
years.
it feels like 8.
You're almost there. Yay.
Yeah. So, we met in high school, in track. Well, I don't know where we met. We were on.
Is it important to say? Is it important to say age? Is he older than you? Is he younger than you?
Oh, he is 9 months older than me, and I want to express this because literally. So his birthday's in October of 1997. Mine is July of 1998. So we are the same age for 3 months.
Oh my God. You are ridiculous.
I know. And my birthday comes, I was like, yay, we're the same age. And he was like, not for long.
Not for long, yeah.
He's such a jerk. And then
because he's going to change age in 3 months.
He likes to pretend like he's a year older than me. But no, honey, you are 9 months older than me, okay? When you were born, I was being made.
Yeah. There's not much of a difference there.
No, there really isn't. We have a lot in common. Our maturity levels are the same. Some can argue that.
And is he also Spanish? Let's say that for our viewers.
Yes, he's Dominican.
Dominican.
We were to have babies. We had Dominican Colombia babies.
Oh my God, what a mutt! What a mutt, baby. That'd be an interesting combo there. So let's go into detail as to how your relationship has been for 8 years, being totally blind. Both of you guys. Let's speak up on not on a day-to-day basis, but for instance, the theory of how do blind people order dinner at a restaurant? How would you guys say that works for you guys? When you go out, how is that?
So I guess one of the benefits of dating someone who's blind is that, I'm not going to say a benefit, but how when you're with a sighted person, not just a partner, but a family member, and you go to a restaurant and they ask that you're sighted peer, instead of speaking to you, they ask the person you're with, oh, what does she want to order, blah, blah, blah. So that does not happen to us, because we go to a restaurant and we're both blind. And, I was told that we don't look blind. So I guess people just assume we have sight. And I think for the most part, a waitress would assume we have sight, up until we ask them to read the menu.
Do you guys stare at the menu?
No.
I was gonna say, because I mean, I would assume you guys have sight if you guys are like at the restaurant and you're opening the menu and like flicking through the pages and like,
Hey, that's a good point. No, we're not even touching the menu, so
it's so people don't think that, are they blind? Because like if I'm like walking in a restaurant and maybe I could see 2020, I'm like, you guys are weird. Like, why the fuck are you guys not reading your menu? Like,
maybe they think they know what we want.
You guys know what you
know
want.
What I want. Usually I go to a restaurant and I go into the restaurant the mindset that they're not going to have brown menu. So I research the restaurant before going in. I already know what
like,
exactly.
If you go to a restaurant, you're going somewhere new, like my benefit is like I will like go on a menu, because every restaurant should have a menu online. Unless it's like an off-brand restaurant, then there wouldn't be a menu. And if it is off-brand, at least you know if you're going to like, let's say a Mexican spot, then you kind of know like what they have there on the menu. Or if you're going to like an Applebee's, you know what Applebee's has, which you can order. So you can always go pre-order online.
Exactly. So it's but unless you're me, you just like being proactive and just know what you want before you get there. And I'm pretty
not waste anybody's time.
Exactly. And I'm pretty easy. Like if I go to like a diner, I always want a chicken quesadilla or burger or fries. Eric is the one who's more he's more into exploring options. Like I'll have the steak, I'll have the shrimp, I'll have whatever. I'm not brave. He is. But yeah, and like when we went for my birthday, we went to this chocolate bar. The drinks were interesting. It was alcoholic drinks. I had like a chocolate martini and a s'more martini. Anyway, I had already looked at the menu on Grubhub. And I already knew what I wanted. And the waitress was like, "Oh my gosh, she already knows what she wants." And like, should I even ask you if you want the menu? And I was like, "Whoa, that's not gonna be exactly useful." But yeah, and it wasn't like a restaurant that you walk in and there's a hostess and you ask the hostess, "Hey, can you show us what the table is?" No, it was just like a walk-in bar restaurant type of thing. And we walked in and people were like, we heard people and we were like, "Hey, is there like a host?" And like, "No, you just sit wherever." And I'm like, "Okay, well, can you show where the tables are?" So that was kind of awkward, bumbling around. We have not gone out since before COVID, so.
And to clarify, I don't think you guys were in this restaurant previously either.
No. It was my first time.
So just to clarify that, that it's not like we go in restaurants and we're just like freaking fumbling around. This is like somewhere new. And like comparing that, like your birthday dinner, right? Like, was there anything you say is uncomfortable? Like being both of you guys blind, do you guys ever feel like there's like people watching you like oddly? Like, do you ever feel that way?
You know what? Honestly, no. I'm not thinking about it, but now I am. No, it's funny because Eric and I actually talk about this. When we go out and we're comfortable because nobody's with us, nobody's watching us, and everyone around us is minding their own business, I hope.
Yeah. And if they aren't, I guess it's really good because you don't even see them anyways. Like, you don't care. Like,
but it's like a difference when we are going out with family members or when we are eating at a table, even at home with family members. Everyone is literally watching you.
Yeah, everyone's literally watching you and commenting and judging and chiming and like just talking, and you're like, just shut up. And
like when you miss something on you, when something falls off your fork, they start laughing like, shut up.
Or like my mom is notorious for saying, "Oh, there's still some more food on your plate." I'm like, all right, fine. That doesn't mean I want it. Like, you don't have to tell me there's more food. Like, I could have left it because I don't want it. Like, I feel like she tells me it because like she knows I can't see. But sometimes I know that it's there. I just left it because maybe I'm full, maybe I don't want anymore. But like, it's still like offensive when like somebody's always chiming in like, "Oh, you still have food there," or "Your meat is to the left or to the right." Like, I didn't ask you. You don't have to tell me where my food is. Like,
or if you have siblings who are snickering and laughing at your food falling off your fork.
Yeah. Or like me, I eat like a 3-year-old child and I get a mess all over me. Like, that's just me. Like, yesterday I went out to the park and they had like the ice cream stand for the kids, and me, I'm a big ass 3-year-old. I had to get a chocolate covered banana.
Ooh.
although my stomach has been feeling like shit, I had to get one. And I got one, and I was wearing this nice like beige crop top, like knitted shirt with some pink leggings, you know, like I was looking nice. And within like 3 seconds, my shirt turned into like the chocolate factory. My leggings had like smeared chocolate stains. And my mom was like, oh, it's all right. You can get dirty once in a while. And I'm like, yeah, but my daughter had a red ice cream and she had no mess on her. And she's 3. And I'm going to be 26. Don't you think that's a little embarrassing? Like, she's 3 and she managed not to get any red on her shirt. And I'm going to be 26.
If it makes you feel better, on my birthday, I was wearing a dress. I was wearing a navy blue dress. And you bet I got some chocolate martini on my chest.
Do you think it's just a blind thing? Like, should we discuss that? Like, do you think it's because I'm blind that I'm making a mess on myself?
No, I think it just happens. And
I think it's just like I'm like really, I wouldn't say like I'm a pig when I eat, but I'm like really like diving in there. Like,
for me, I think I was a little bit tipsy, so I was a little bit.
You were missing your mouth.
I was.
You know how they say do you have a hole in your mouth? I'm like, that thing is so stupid, because yeah, you actually do have a hole in your mouth.
Duh.
How would you eat? Yeah, like every time I drink and I like spill it on my shirt, I always hear like, do you have a hole in your mouth? I'm like, yeah, it's right here, the hole that like, you know, I'm speaking from, that one. Like, don't you also have a hole in your mouth? You know, I think that's really important to say too. Like, one, when you guys are out and you feel like nobody's watching you, and if they are, who fucking cares, because you can't see them. 2, you don't look blind when you're out. And 3, you still have a fucking good time, like blind or not blind. You're still out there enjoying yourself, whether it's dinner, the movies. How about we debunk the like movie theater like date? Like, people think that because we're blind that we can't go to movie theaters and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's such bullshit, because like, well, I haven't gone to a movie theater since before I got in Hera. That's not because of anything. That's just because I just haven't had the chance, or I haven't
gone to the movie theater in 4 years, so
same here. I think the last time I went to the movie theater was Finding Dory. So that was definitely right. That was around, I think that was like 4 years ago, but it was before I got Hera. So,
and we know the last time I went to the movie theaters, we know when, right? The last time I went to the movie theaters is when my 50 Shades was out. My 50 Shades Darker. I went to go see it on Valentine's Day of 2017. That was the last time I went to the movies. I will only go back to the movies if they bring me another shade. That's the only go back.
Did Daryl honestly go with you?
Of course he did.
I wanted to go, and Eric just refuses to go with me, and I didn't want to go alone.
Now, honestly, and like, now that we're on that topic, like, Daryl hates 50 Shades, all of them. I'm a really big 50 Shades person. Like, I'm so into my movies. Like, back then, I was a Twilight fan. I still am here and there, but back then I was a Twilight fan, and then after Twilight, I think I was a How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days fan. After How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I became 50 Shades.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, I did it. 50 Shades has been my shit, and like, honestly, Daryl doesn't like it, but when you're in a relationship, one has to sacrifice for the other. So
that is so true. Eric got me tickets to see Taylor Swift, her Reputation.
Oh no, I would probably die.
When was it? It was in 20.
See that? You couldn't even get me to go there.
Oh, no. He went with me. He's such a gentleman, and he even had fun. You know, at this point, because I love Taylor Swift so much, I listen to Taylor Swift like pretty much all the time, and like, Eric knows most of the lyrics. And
oh god, oh god, I feel sorry for you, Eric. My condolences. I'm sorry.
He loves it.
I'm sorry you have to. Can he vouch for himself and say this? I don't think he'll agree with this.
You know what? He's gone into liking Taylor Swift, and I would like.
I don't think he's liked it. I don't think he's liked it willingly. I think he has. It's just grown on him because you do it so damn much. He's like, fuck it. I have no other choice. This is the life that I chose. This is the woman that I chose. And unfortunately, this is one of her many flaws that I have to endure. And just
I know, right?
Yeah, like it is what it is. Like, and you know, I just love this topic too. You know why? Because I feel like it's so natural. Like, it's a balance. Like, I really wish people would stop seeing disabled people as like something you have to put a title to. Like, I don't walk around saying, oh, I'm dating a sighted person, and I'm pretty sure you don't walk around saying, oh, I'm dating a blind person, and I'm pretty sure sighted people don't walk around saying, oh, I'm dating a sighted person. Like, I don't think it's relevant to like put titles to like what you're doing or who you're dating or
what you're doing with.
Yeah, what you're doing with, or can that person see, or can they drive? Like, who cares about that shit? Like, the way I see it, and this might sound really old school and really 50 Shades, but like, if you really love somebody, you don't care if that person is missing one eye, one arm, one fingernail. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take that back, because if somebody didn't have a fingernail,
that I don't want to touch that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I won't want to hold your hand, honestly. Oh my god,
we're gonna have to get you acrylics.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. At least there's a fixture to that. Like, we can fix that. But like, you can't fix the fact that I can't see. Like, all right, I can't see, and if you love me, you'll accept me the way I am, and that's it. Like, you're blind, and you're dating somebody that's blind.
Bro, that reminds. I don't know why that reminded me, but something creepy happened to us one time, and you know, this is kind of like an important topic. When people like feel the need to photograph whenever they see something that is, I'm doing air quotes, nobody can see me, but beautiful and how refreshing, and oh my goodness, how heavenly, gorgeous. Anyway, so apparently this was back when we were living in New York City, and Eric and I, we used to what was it? I think we're working at Celis, or we were meeting up there for whatever reason, to go to his place. And so we took the train a lot. He would pick me up and whatever. And apparently he was on a train one day by himself without me. And somebody came up to him and said, "Hey, dude, I saw you the other day." And Eric was like, "Cool, thanks." Like, no, you were with that girl, that really pretty girl. She was wearing He was like, "Oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. Yeah, you guys are mad cute together. Oh my god, you guys are so cute together. I took a picture." Like, what? When Eric told me this, I feel so violated, even though it had already happened. But I still feel violated. Like,
but you didn't know anything about it, because like, how could you know anything about it? You didn't see it happening.
I know, but it's wrong. Like, someone's just taking a picture because you're two blind couples. Like, that's nothing to glorify.
I mean, but then what kind of weirdo was the other person behind the camera? Like, why do you need a picture of two, blind or not? Like, why are you taking a picture of people? What are you going to do with that picture? What are you going to
do with that picture? It's my question.
Isn't it just ironic that we just said that at the same time? Like, what are you going to do with that damn picture? You're weird. Like, forget the fact that you violated my privacy and you took a picture without asking me permission. But what are you going to do with that picture at home?
You know, even if you would have asked permission, I would have said no.
Yeah, but still, like, what the hell are you doing with that picture? I'm just weirded out. That's like when they take
pictures of your dog without your permission.
I don't think I've ever had that happen yet, but I'd probably, like, kill somebody if they did that shit.
Probably didn't notice it.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
People do it all the time. It's
you're
not
right. Probably somebody did do it, and I didn't notice it. But honestly, what I don't see don't hurt me. So if you did it and I didn't see it, whatever. But if you did it and now somebody's with me and they saw you do it, then it's a wrap. Then we got problems. So you better be lucky that I'm blind and I didn't see you doing it, because then it'd be an issue. But you know, I think that was a funny thing to say. So bless you. I'm gonna speak about me. So as I've stated before, like, I'm not completely blind. I'm visually impaired. I'm still able to see. I'm not going to sit here and describe my whole vision. Obviously, you guys know I have a guide dog. So, but I'm definitely not completely blind. But you know what? I could describe my vision this way. So back then, if I go out to dinner, I was able to read the menu, you know, without any assistance. Probably like assistance with like the smaller print. But I'm able to see, like, you know, kind of the basic images. And so nowadays I can't do that. So you can give me a menu and I can pretend to look at it, but and that's usually what I do. That's why I asked you if you did that, because usually when I go in a restaurant, even if I already know what I'm eating, I'm gonna like sit down and like look at the menu and be like, and then Daryl would tell me the menu is upside down, and I'm like, oh shit. I guess it defeats the purpose of not looking blind.
That's exactly why I don't look at the menu, because nobody's gonna tell me I'm looking at it upside down.
honestly, this is why I like to compare, because so like I'm dating somebody who's, you know, sighted and can see, and I'm not dating him because he can see, because once upon a time he wasn't able to see. I'm not going to go in depth about, you know, his situation, but you know, he's been able to live both sides of the persona, you know, so he is not like completely unfamiliar of like what my struggles are, you know. But when we go out, it's not your typical, you know how people think like, oh, you're dating a sighted person, you're just taking advantage because they can see and blah. That's not me. Like when we go out, as we mentioned earlier, I already know what I want, or I've been there before and I've ordered there before. So I never really need any assistance. I'm very proactive, like Angela said, like go and research. If it's somewhere new, I'll research what I want. And then it's even better for me, you know why? Because I love my partner, but he's not really detail oriented like I am. So, like, he'll just read you the menu straight as is. Like he'll open a menu: chicken Caesar salad, soup, the chicken noodle soup, dessert, the lava cake dessert. I'm like, huh? Wait, slow down. Wait, can you tell me what's in this one? Like in this plate?
Can
like,
we go over the burger sessions one more time?
Yes. And then if I ask him to go back, he gets frustrated. I'm like, shit, but I need to know what's in like every burger. Like you can't just tell me, oh, it's called the Hillbilly Cheeseburger Dog Double Triple Deluxe. And I'm like, wait, what's in there? Like,
right?
Can you tell me? Yeah. Like, and that's why I like to be proactive. I like to look at the menus, check everything. And plus I have allergies too to certain foods. So I want to check for myself, like what's in here, what's in there. I don't want to leave that to responsibility of nobody. Mm-hmm. And like, when I go out, I love desserts. So, you know, the first thing I'm looking at is what desserts they got, you know, what desserts and what drinks they got. So, you know, and even when we go to movies, like I haven't been to the movies, like I said, since 50 Shades. But, and back then I was able to really enjoy the movies because I can see them. But now I really can't make the comparison because I haven't been to a movie since. But we enjoy it. And back then, even though I had sufficient vision, I was still holding on to him. Not because I needed assistance, but because, you know, he's my boyfriend. He should be holding on to me. Like, mm-hmm. Whether you're blind or not. Like, I have no shame. No, I'm not holding his elbow to a sighted guy, you know?
You know, that's kind of like having a partner who also has a guide dog. That's kind of like the disadvantage. Like, Eric and I have not, well, that day when we went to my birthday restaurant thingy, we didn't take the dogs with us. So that was like the first time us doing the whole holding arms thing. Yeah. Since we got the dogs. Because if we're out and about, we're with our dogs normally. Mm-hmm. And we can't do that.
We really can't hold hands. Yeah.
No, that's just not possible.
It disregards the whole point of having a dog. And then two, how are you like focusing on if you need a correction or you need to pull out a tree if you're holding hands? Mm-hmm. And like some couples walk faster than others, and like I'm always ahead no matter what. I mean, Daryl doesn't have a guide dog, but if he did, he'd probably have a really slow one, and he'd probably be all the way in the back. Like I'd be probably like at the restaurant already waiting for him while he'd be like just coming out the house, honestly.
Hey, but he has Ava.
No, I mean, I'm talking about like kids. Okay. Like I haven't been on a date in 4 years. So honestly, I don't know what it would be like now. Like when we go out, I think the last time we went out was for his birthday last year. And I wouldn't consider that a date because it was like with Ava. Mm-hmm. Like it was just a family dinner. And at that time I didn't have Elsie or Sloan. And like what I can explain is I would come with him. No, I didn't have Elsie or Sloan last February. Actually, I did have Elsie. Yeah. I did. I don't remember why I didn't take her. Oh, you know why? It was a buffet. I remember specifically why I didn't take her because Elsie was a...
Are you talking about this February or...
No, last
2020?
February. I'm talking about... No, not even last February. 2019 February. No, 2018 February. No, 2019 February. Damn it. No, what was 2020 February? No, I think it was 2020 February. Yeah, it was 2020 February. I did have Elsie, but I remember this because when I got home, I remember she was in her crate. No, you visited me February, like later on February.
Oh, I visited you January.
Yeah. So it was February. We went to like POC, like this. I don't remember the year. but I definitely didn't bring Elsie with me. But I remember she was at home that day. And I didn't bring her with me because Elsie has such a problem with like diving for food to the point of like hurting me and embarrassing me. And I was with Ava and Daryl. I wanted to make it a special birthday night, so I didn't bring her with me. She was at home. We went out, and when I didn't bring her with me, I was either using my cane or just sighted guide, you know. We were just literally going in from an Uber to the restaurant and from the restaurant to the Uber and back home, you know. So the point is that like we have a good time. Like honestly, when we're out, I don't think my vision is ever brought into play, like I said, because in the restaurant I really don't need assistance. Like if we go out to like a movie, I really don't need assistance because I'm already just holding his hand. I don't bring my dog to I haven't gone to the movie theater with any dog, and I wouldn't bring my dog to the movie theater because there's not really much work for them to do. And then like honestly, but you know what I do feel is what I asked you earlier, like do you feel like people are watching you? I feel that a lot because I think people are always questioning, like when I tell somebody like I'm blind and I can't see, I feel like they're always double taking and like really like looking to see if I look blind, because people feel that you have to look some certain way to be blind, and that's such a bad conception because sometimes I tell people I'm blind and it's like they don't believe that I'm blind because maybe I have makeup on, or maybe I don't know, maybe I'm looking at my phone, or I don't know. But like, why do you need to look a certain way to be blind? You know, like.
And do you think when you're out and about with Daryl and Ava that people are drawing up their own conclusion about how your family
Yeah, I think people are doing that now. You know why? Because back then it wasn't as evident that I was blind. Why? Because I didn't use a cane or a guide dog. But now that I either use a cane or I use my guide dog, it's much more evident to people that, ooh, like there's something wrong with her. Maybe they don't understand that I can't see, because a lot of people don't really get that, or they think like, damn, what is that? Like that situation looks weird. Or like some people always, you know how like we discuss how like people come across Ava and be like, oh, what a great daughter taking care of her mom. I think that people think that way when they see Daryl. Like, what a good guy, you know, with that blind girl.
That's how I started this whole thing, where like a lot of people always trying to encourage a blind person to be with a sighted person, and
it's not fun because they feel that you should be taken care of by a sighted person. But let the truth be told that in a relationship or not, I still go about my day-to-day, like all day me and Daryl are not together. Like even there's times I go shopping by myself. People don't know I'm in a relationship. Like, you know, so they don't have the ability to say, oh, how nice, but they do have the ability to say, oh, look, she's blind and she's still shopping. I'd rather you say that than be like, oh wow, look at that guy having to help her, you know, shop, or you know. And I was just talking about this the other day too, like, yes, we're blind, and yes, we do need help. I'm not afraid of asking for help when it's needed, but don't assume that I need it just because I can't see. Like if that makes any sense. You know, like if I'm in a store and I'm looking around, like sometimes I go in the store and I like to like look around first, and I know it sounds ironic that I'm saying look, but like sometimes I do that because I still have sufficient vision. I want to like look around, feel, and I'll get somebody and they'll be like, oh, do you need any help? I'm like, no, not yet, but when I need it, I'll come and get you, you know, or I'll, you know, ask for the help.
But you know that person's watching you when that moment on.
Exactly. And then they're starting to see you struggle. I've had that happen to me. I don't remember where it was. I think it was in the mall. And sometimes I like to give myself a challenge, like, yeah, I'd be struggling, but I be wanting to look first until like I'm able to ask for help. Like if I say fuck it, I can't do it, like I need help, like I'll ask for the help. But look, relationships are not complicated because of your vision. They're just complicated because of all the other shit that's involved.
Exactly. And like being in a totally blind relationship, that sounds kind of weird, but you know what I mean, like both of us being blind and being in a relationship, you know, we don't have that sighted aspect. You know, we can rely on one another's vision to do things. Like we just, you know, so this is just to prove that a blind person does not need to be with a sighted person. if that's what they choose. You have to respect everyone's choice.
And then don't feel bad too if a sighted person is dating a blind person. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to think like, why is that sighted person dating that blind person? Because there's people that think beyond that. Like being blind has an advantage to it, and the advantage to it is dating purposes, because in a real world, in a 2020 world, right, people are looking and they're like, ooh, that guy has some nice eyes, that guy has some nice arms, and his personality is probably of a dickhead, right? But they're looking at the superior superficial features versus like if me and Angela are like blind dating, literally, not gonna be looking at your physical features. We're first checking you out for your interior beauty, you know, and then like we'll like see if you're cute. But you know, like we can look beyond that. Like I can look beyond somebody wearing glasses versus somebody sighted can be like, ew, I don't like a guy with glasses. Or like I can look beyond somebody who has a gut belly versus somebody sighted is like, ew, he has a beer belly.
Yeah.
You know, like I look beyond it because I don't look, I mean, the physical features are a plus. I'd be lying if I didn't say they weren't a plus, you know, but I started dating when I had sufficient vision, and I was able to see that the person that I'm with was hot enough then and still hot enough now for my you know, for my liking, not for anybody else's, but you know, so I think it's just really important to say, like, don't debunk any relationship, whether it's sighted relationship or whether it's a blind relationship. It's a relationship in general, and the problems are not caused by vision, but the problems are caused by just normal relationship problems.
Exactly. Or
I don't think
like,
you go home, Angela, right? You're not arguing about like, fuck, Eric, why couldn't you read me that fucking menu? Damn it.
No, we don't. It's
I
more
don't
like,
think...
why did you leave the toilet seat up?
Exactly. And that
why do you keep
isn't that
the bathroom door?
And isn't that a regular sighted like problem?
Yeah.
I don't think your Eric is yelling at you and he's like, damn it, Angela, why didn't you tell me the light was green before I crossed? Like, you know, I don't think, or you guys are not arguing about parking spots.
The funny thing is we had actually argued when we're crossing the street, and he said, okay, it's clear, and then I'm doubting him. I'm like, are you sure? And like, why don't you ever trust me?
Well, see, but then that goes to the point of we're not even discussing the vision no more. We're not even discussing, are you sure? Is the case clear? Now we're discussing trust, and trust can happen. Trust can happen pretty much like in any relationship. Like, I think the most I argue about is like, what is the most thing I argue about? You know what? I'm very argumental.
That's
so
hard.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint because I think like in Daryl's opinion, like I always have to have the last word, and it's not just me being like nasty. I'm just like a natural bitch. Like it's just in me. Like I've been a bitch from like, I don't know. Angela, when you first met me, wasn't I a bitch?
I'm just gonna burp instead.
Yeah. You plead the fifth.
I plead.
That's your birth. You know, I think I'm just like a natural bitch. Like back then, if you would have called me a bitch, I probably would have fought you. But now, I mean, it is what it is.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah, you just gotta embrace it. Like that's just part of me. I'm not a lovey-dovey girl. That's not me. It's never been in me. I've always been really tomboyish. Like I love being manly and I love being like a boss, and that's just me. I like to run shit in my house. Like go clean this shit. Like go clean these fucking dishes. Like I'm pissed. Like that's the girl
that's gotta be like a Spanish thing, honestly, because I'm similar.
I don't think so, because I know that there's a lot of Spanish girls out there that are willing to please. Like, you know how we were talking about earlier before we recorded this episode, where we're like we're just a woman and we should just shut the fuck up and cook and clean and just give our men sex. Yeah, you know, every so often. That's not me. That's not me.
So the reason why this came up is because Wale was talking about getting a lizard, and then it just got into the whole conversation about her liking reptiles and wanting to buy a bunch of reptiles
and then not wanting to feed them because I don't want to feed them the roaches and insects. So
she
I was
doesn't want to feed the snake the rats.
Yeah, like I'm petrified.
Have to be Daryl's job or Ava when she gets older.
So like I told Angela, like honestly, I would have a whole bunch of snakes, but like Ava's not at the age of like taking care of a snake yet, and like I want to take care of it, but taking care of it also includes feeding, and they eat rats, and I don't do that shit. And like lizards, they eat insects and all that good shit, and I love reptiles, but I just don't want to feed them. I want to play with them. I just want to hold them and run with him. I don't want to like feed him.
Sounds
so I was like,
I want to work at a petting zoo or something. You don't want that in your house. You want to go to a petting zoo and you want to get paid.
No, I really want them in my house. I want a lizard to like. Of course, I'll buy him an ecosystem, but I want him to run around with me. Like, I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm from the parts of Puerto Rico where you're showering outside and you're showering with like 10 lizards all at once, and it's natural. Like, you don't run from them. You just gotta shower with them. Like,
I mean, lizards are not scary, but tarantulas are.
Oh, tarantulas are cute. Like, I'm really into tarantulas and
get out.
All the reptiles besides everything they gotta fucking eat. So I was like, I told Angela I'm gonna have Daryl do that responsibility, and then we were speaking. What were we speaking about?
Well, so we're saying how like just because Daryl has size, not the reason why do it. It's just because she doesn't want to. Because
I'm petrified. Yeah, I'm petrified. And I think that's the concept we were trying to get to. Like, just because I'm with a sighted person, I'm not with him because I need him to assist me with things because of my vision. If I tell him to do something for me, if I ask him to do something, it's mainly because either I don't want to do it or
you just don't feel comfortable.
I just don't feel comfortable doing it, and it has nothing to do with vision.
Applies with me. Yeah, same applies with my relationship. Whenever the dogs have diarrhea, I am not touching that. Okay,
yeah. and you're not doing it for vision. You're not doing it for vision. You just don't want it. And Eric does it not because he can see it, but because he's doing it because he wants to help you.
He has a stronger stomach. Honestly, I cannot touch vomit because I start vomiting myself. I cannot touch diarrhea because you can only imagine what's gonna happen. And so Eric,
if you touch diarrhea, do you get diarrhea?
No. I'm just gonna throw up even harder.
TMI. Well, you know, I think we've talked about worse in the show, so I guess no TMI, no filters. You know, it is what it is. Like, honestly, me and Angela have both assumed the fact that we're not, we call that like traditional Spanish women, where we're at home cooking, cleaning, washing underwears, and giving sex every so often. That's not me.
No.
I argue all the time.
Our underwears are being washed in the washer.
Or by somebody else, like a person in the laundromat.
Yeah, right.
A person in the laundromat I'm dropping off the laundry, and dinner is being cooked maybe once a month, and cleaning
is ordering out the other days.
Cleaning, I clean every day, and it's just because I have OCD. Honestly, that's just something I need to work on.
I clean once a week.
Yeah, and honestly, but I'm really responsible. Like, I don't leave my responsibility of my dog on Daryl, even though he has sight. I've had Sloan for 4 months, and nobody else has walked him but me. You know, even my daughter. Like, do I not ask for assistance from Daryl when I need it? Of course I do. I'd be lying if I didn't. Like, why would I call Ira if my man is right there? You know, and he'd be an asshole if he didn't help. You know? He's not just a stranger, you know, he's somebody I've been with for almost a decade, you know. Actually, it's already been a decade.
10 years?
To be real with you, yeah, it's been 11 actually.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but we're not going into the aesthetic of it because that will cause controversy. It will cause controversy. I'm not gonna go into further detail, but Angela, you already know the story, so
yeah.
You know, if you want to put a logistic to it, it's only been 4 years.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just somebody I've been with a very long time. He's my other half, and you know, he's the father of my child. I only have one child, one baby daddy, and I don't plan to have any more baby daddies or any more children. If I did have more children, it'd be with the same man, not with like 5 other men, you know. And guys, I want to, you know, surprise you guys. Angela, should we say this simultaneously, like on a count of 3?
Yeah, say what? Which part?
Man, you know, the great news that we have.
I am honestly
should I give me a hint? Season 1, episode 6.
Oh yeah.
Okay, are you, so should we count to 3?
1,
2, 3. This is the final episode
of season 1.
Yes, guys. This is the final episode of season 1. We've made it a while away.
We did it like every week.
Every week,
weekly
man.
uploads.
Yeah. This episode is going to be uploaded a little late But we've been uploading every week, and trust me, it's more like every couple of days, because we usually record like on a Thursday, edit, and then upload on Sunday, so it seems more every couple of days. Then
yeah, this one's a little bit late because we have not been feeling well lately. I don't know what is going on.
I don't know what it is. I think me and Angela have some sort of separation anxiety flu coming on.
What is that? When you feel someone else's pain, like pain.
Yeah. I think me and Angela are just going through some things right now, and then like not only that, but like Angela's stepping in a new milestone in her life, so we want to all congratulate her. Like, she's moving up in this world, and she is going to be moving into a new home this week, right, Angela?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm going to pick up my keys. I don't know when it's going to be uploaded, but Monday the 2nd.
It should be uploaded by then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So today, assuming it's going to be uploaded today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Or just Monday the 2nd in general, and she's moving, and she is taking this big step in with her her boyfriend, and I'm super happy for them, and congratulations to them. She's that's another reason why we ended season 1 too, to kind of like give us some time. Like, we'll be coming back for season 2 sometime in August, and stay tuned in the group so you guys can know the exact arrival date of season 2, and when season 2 does come back, our first episode is going to be featuring a going back to school Q&A, which I'm going to be the interviewer of Angela, and I'm just going to have ask her some questions. She's going to be returning to campus this semester, and
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I want to totally dive in and interview her on like all these questions about how she feels about going to school. And I want you guys to feel free to message us on our email or Facebook, ask me any questions to ask Angela about anything, an open
just to give you guys
book.
A quick history background. I went into my freshman year in 2017, so obviously this was pre-COVID, and my first guide dog, Kara, I got her right before I went to college.
Your only guide dog, Kara?
My only guide dog, yeah. She just looked at me when I said that. But yeah, so I've been in school with Hera for the past 4 years. We did campuses. How many campuses did we do? We did 2. This will be my 3rd. UB is where I'm at right now. It will be my 3rd campus. I did. Can you stop pulling me, please? I did classes in person, obviously pre-COVID. I took a break when COVID started. I took a break before COVID started, but it was that same semester. So I wasn't going to school of 2019, spring 2020, I'm sorry. And now I'm going back to my final semester of college, and it's kind of nerve-wracking.
And it's kind of surreal. It's after COVID, or I guess it's still during COVID. So that's why we're going to go dump into the, Q&A and just speaking how she feels like, with the new transition. And then also, not only that, when she's in school too, we're going to do intermediate, I guess, like an interview, following up on now that she's in school in person, how, just like a check-in with that. So the only difference is we'll be taking a short pause. We'll be coming sometime in August. Stay tuned for the arrival day, as I mentioned. And instead of doing weekly uploads, we're going to transition to bi-weekly uploads. Yeah. I don't know if we'll switch the date yet from Sunday to another day, but we'll discuss that as well in the group. And by season 2, once the arrival date we have, I'll also have the website finalized for everyone. You can still view our episodes on Spotify.com. We're under Blind Girl Talk Podcast, and then we're also on YouTube, Blind Girl Talk. You can also email us at blindgirltalk@gmail.com. And just stay tuned. We're so excited that we finally finished season 1, and it has been a pleasure doing every episode with Angela and having you guys tune in and listen to us from wherever you are around the globe, English speaking, Spanish speaking, Chinese speaking, whatever it is that you speak. Thanks for joining in with us, and thanks for always supporting us and subscribing to our channel, and stay tuned for more great content coming. And Excuse me.
Here's to a new chapter, a new season.
New beginnings.
New beginning.
Yes.
Wale's birthday.
Yeah. Ava's birthday.
Ava's birthday. Sloane's birthday.
Sloane's
Eric
birthday.
McCallan's birthday.
Yep. Everybody's birthday is coming. You know, I'm also gonna be happy to, like, you know, talk to you guys more about Ava, you know, in season 2, more about Sloane. We've made 4 months today together, and like it feels like 4 years. You know, and as I speak right now, he's like, he just still hasn't grasped the fact that he's not a lap boy, and he's trying to sit on my lap, although he keeps falling off.
Oh, Hera's over here pawing me because I'm a little bit late with her dinner.
Aww. All right. So we're going to let you guys go. And thanks again for all the support on season 1. And we'll be back for season 2 coming soon. We'll, you know, upload the date and everything. And sorry for the late upload for today's episode, but it'll be up, and hope you guys enjoy. And Angela, you have any last words for everybody?
No.
It sounds like we're passing away.
Does it? It's so horrible.
We're not dying.
We're not dying. We're just closing a chapter.
And starting a new one. So do you have any last words to close this chapter?
Yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions for me, feel them to shoot them to Wale or the group.
Or the group, anybody. I don't care.
Or the email, blindgirltalk.
Or Sloane. I don't know. Whoever you want to write it to.
Whoever responds.
Whoever responds. If you message Sloane, he probably won't respond to you. So
yeah,
it's best that you don't do that.
That episode, it's something that I'm passionate about.
I'm looking forward to season 2 point blank. I think season 2 is definitely going to be better than season 1, and we have much more things coming season 2. You know, we're going to be working on our website. We're going to be working on much more great content. We're going to be working on, which I haven't even discussed with Angela, but doing video podcasting now. You know, it's going to be more things coming.
That should be interesting.
Yeah. We struggle enough.
We struggled so badly in the first podcast ever when we were like trying to get onto the app, and we're like, it's not working. Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me? No, it's not working.
It was like an hour of functioning until Angela's bright college mind said, maybe we should just hang out, because we were literally on the phone with each other trying to like call each other like on the podcast app, which is Anchor, and Angela was like, how about we just hang up and try? And magically, it worked. And yeah, just so funny. I mean, that's why season 1 has been really, really great. Like, every single episode has been so awesome. And also, I want to thank my co-host that I had for one of my days that Angela was gone. You know, my her for showing. Yeah, thanks for her to showing love on, I think, episode 2 or 3. Yep. Yeah, I think it was episode 2, you know, working with a blind person. If you haven't checked that one out, go check it on YouTube or, you know, Spotify. And that's all, guys. Thanks for, you know, season 1. Bye.
Bye.